1 year ago, two shooters chased down 28-year-old Jeremiah Lee to the front of this daiquiri shop on South Claiborne Avenue. The shooters randomly fired off shots until they stood over Lee, their apparent target, and shot him multiple times. Lee was not the only victim. Two bystanders, 27-year-old Taisha Watkins and 38-year-old Kershaw Jackson, were also killed. We spoke with Jackson's mother last year.
This just hurt. I don't want to keep crying, and it just hurts me every single moment.
7 others were hurt when the gunfire rang out. The shooters would get away, and now, even a year later, they are still at large. According to our partners at the Times-Picayune New Orleans Advocate, an internal police intelligence memo said that before Lee was killed, he was a suspect in the December 2016 killing of Kareem Dow, who was in a wheelchair from a previous shooting. In the South Claiborne shooting, the reward for information leading to a suspect is $12,500 from Crime Stoppers. There's also another $5,000 from ATF and $10,000 from the FBI, a grand total of $27,500.
We're not asking who you are. We don't want to know your identity. We just want information on maybe where these guns are, because the guns were never recovered, or certainly who the shooters were.
Inside Greater Pleasant Green Baptist Church, down from where the shooting happened, the memory of those killed is still fresh. But leaders here say it does not represent the values of the neighborhood.
Those tragedies are all too common in this community, but it does not reflect the spirit of this community.
A community still looking for 2 men responsible for such blatant violence. Paul Dudley, Eyewitness News.
According to our partners at the New Orleans Advocate Times-Picayune, one weapon used in the attack was also used in the murder of a local rapper at a Shell station in Holly Grove. They linked the gun to both killings through a national database that allows investigators to compare photos of spent bullets and casings. And just so you know, the number for Crime Stoppers is 822-1111.